So here I have a PS2 Slim model that apparently turns on, but then when you plug it into a display it doesn't show anything. So it seems like everything is working, but in reality it isn't. And my suspicion here is that this is caused by a mod chip that it's probably installed inside the console. Usually these mod chips go bad and then they short stuff in the console and it stops working. So here I'm taking apart the console. This means I'm taking 6 screws from the bottom, and then I'll be taking the fan screws because for some reason this console didn't have the screws that hold the metal shielding to the motherboard. The only screws that are in there are the 6 screws that hold the plastic shell in place, and then the screw that holds the controller ports to the bottom of the plastic shell. Now I'm unplugging the fan so I can take it off the motherboard. Now with some tweezers I'm removing the ribbon cable from the lens, and then I'm removing all the other flex cables from the power button and the DVD reader assembly. Now I can take the motherboard off. I'm leaving the DVD assembly on the case, so I don't have to worry about that, leaving that on some safe place or something. Now after removing the metal shielding, here we can see all the cables from the mod chip that is installed on the other side of the motherboard. So I'll start desoldering all the cables from the top side, and then I'll continue removing the cables from the bottom side of the motherboard. I forgot to record while I desoldered all the cables from the mod chip, so that was a picture to show how it was before I did that, so I can test if this solved the issue or not before continue the desoldering of all the wires. Now I continue desoldering all the wires from the bottom side of the motherboard. Now, after getting all the wires out, I'm taking out the mod chip, and then I'll start cleaning all the places where the wires were soldered, so the motherboard is clean. Now I'm taking the thermal pad off so I don't soak it in alcohol, and then I'm cleaning all the places on the top of the motherboard. After cleaning all the contacts, I'm going to replace the CR2032 battery so we can save the time on the console. And now I'm cleaning the buttons that detect that the DVD lid is closed, because they seem to be malfunctioning, as when you move the lid or you press it while it's closed, the DVD assembly starts to move when it shouldn't. Now I'll start to assembly everything back again. So I'm placing the thermal pad, now the metal shielding. Now I'll be screwing the fan again. Now I'm connecting the fan cable again. And now it's time to place the motherboard on the bottom of the plastic case again. Now I'm starting to connect all the ribbon cables again to the motherboard. And here is where I fucked up. I somehow got that blue plastic tab from the end of the cable off of the cable, and well, I now proceed to try to fix it to a usable state again. So I'll be getting double-sided tape, like a thin double-sided tape, and placing it between the blue plastic tab and the other side of the ribbon connector.
Eso es lo que deja durito el cable, así no se te rompe. O sea, es bastante útil. Creo que lo arreglado primero. Esperemos. Pero.
Now, after trimming all the excess tape from the connector, I'll try to plug it in again. And well, it seems to be working fine, so I leave it like that. Now I'm cleaning the other button that detects that the DVD reader lid is closed. Now I'll be screwing the controller ports again to the bottom plastic shell. And well, now I'll be closing the console and I'll begin to screw the 6 screws that hold the two halves together. And well, now it's time to plug in the console again to the power cord and the TV and see if it works. And after waiting for a bit, we get an image on the display, so the console is working now.